Hi and welcome to Strengthen with Sarah. Today we're going to be doing a full body reformer workout. All you're going to need is a box in terms of a prop. No other props are needed, so just your box. This workout is prenatal friendly, so if you're currently pregnant, then you can definitely do this one. But it is really for everyone, and everyone is going to feel it. So there's going to be layers, there's going to be modifications and spring choices, so you can make the workout really fit to you and your body and how it's feeling today. Okay, so we're going to start lowering the foot bar down slightly. So it's still on an incline, but less of an incline. Go on to one full spring. So one spring here. If you want it a little bit lighter, then of course you can. And then grab hold of your box and take it on to a long box. And then come and sit facing the back of your machine. Feet to the headrest. Grab hold of the big loops and pop the big loops through your arms until they're resting just above your elbows. Interlace the hands and take them behind your head. Now, when you're here, sit really, really tall through the spine, lifting the top of the head up to the ceiling, and let the elbows go as wide to the sides of the room as you possibly can. Really push your head back into your hands. Inhale here. As you exhale, let the elbows come in towards the face. They close in towards each other. Then you tuck the chin towards the chest and you round through the spine. So like the elbows are lowering down towards the knees. Inhale here. And exhale, slowly rise all the way back up. Lengthen through the spine, lift the top of the head to the ceiling, and the elbows push out wide to the sides of the room. We go again. Inhale. Exhale, elbows in towards the face. Tuck the chin towards the chest and round the spine. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale to slowly unravel the spine, lengthen up tall, and the elbows push and reach outwards. Good. One more time here. Inhale. Exhale, elbows close in on the face. Tuck the chin towards the chest, round your spine. Just tugging lightly on the back of the head. Inhale. Exhale, slowly rise up. Elbows out as wide as you can. Really push the head back into the hands. Hold it here in this position for 5 and 4. Really pinching the shoulder blades together. Last 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly release. Okay, good. So just mobilizing through the spine. Let's pop the straps back onto the hooks. We're going to step off the machine and you're going to take that box down onto the floor on the right hand side, just near the frame on the machine. Standing on that box facing towards your foot bar, take the inside leg, the inside foot to the shoulder block. And then the hands can be on the chest or on the hips, your choice. We're going to bend into the legs. Lower yourself down into a lunge position. The carriage is going to slide out ever so slightly. And then rise back up to stand. The carriage comes back in. And again, you bend into the legs. Hover that back knee down to the carriage. Come into a lunge. And then lift back up. Good. Keep going just like this. Lunging down. Carriage out slightly. And then rising back up. We're going to be building on to this movement, gradually making it more challenging. You can choose any layer that best works for you. You can stay in layer 1, just lunging and lifting. Or again, we're going to build on to this movement. Last 2, lunging down and lifting up. Last 1, lunge, and lift. One more time. We're going to lunge here and hold it here in the lunge. Layer 2, you push the carriage away, straighten the back leg as you lean and tip forward over the front leg. Then bend the back leg, bring the carriage back in, come back to a straight spine, and then stand back up. So we lunge down and hold it there in the lunge. Push and slide the carriage away as you lean and really tip over that front leg. Bend the back leg, come back to a straight spine, and straighten the legs to lift back up. Good, keep going just like this. If that spring choice is too heavy to push the carriage back, then just lower your spring down to a slightly lighter spring. Or you're staying with me on that one full spring. Great job. Final 3 here in layer 2. Moving nice and steady and controlled. Last time, we lunge, hinge, really push that carriage away, straighten the back leg, come back to that lunge, and up to stand. Good. Layer number 3. We come down into that lunge and you hold. Hinge forward, slide the carriage away and hold it here. Hold it here in this position. Then just bend the back leg, bringing that carriage in, and straighten the back leg. Push the carriage away. And again, bend, bring the back leg in, and straighten, push it away. Amazing. Keep going just like that. Keeping your chin lifted off your chest. You're looking slightly ahead of you, neck in line with the spine. Good. Keeping your weight forward onto that box leg until you really feel that right hand glute starting to fire. Final 3 here. Pushing the carriage back. Bending the back leg, bringing the carriage in. Last 2. And 1. Push it away. Bringing it back in slowly and hold it here in this deep lunge. Can we bend the legs lower down even more and lift up a centimetre? 1. And again, bend down. Lift up even more. 2. Good. Keep going just like this. Little tiny pulses. Staying low in that lunge. Amazing. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Rise all the way up to stand. And just stepping both feet onto the box and just shaking it out here. Great stuff. Let's take that box on to your machine. Long box again. And then coming to sit on the box facing towards the foot bar. So your feet are either side of the box, or they can be dangling off the edge, whatever feels good for you. We're going to stay on one spring. However, if that feels quite heavy in terms of resistance, then drop it down slightly. Grab hold of your straps behind you. And if you're on one full spring, then hold the long loops here. Unless you wanted a bit more resistance, then hold the short loops. We're going to start here, palms facing up to the ceiling, and spine is nice and straight. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, straighten the arms, reach the straps forward. Inhale, bend them back into your sides. Exhale, reach. Arms straight, straps forward. Inhale, bend them back in. Good. Keep going just like that. This is your first layer. Again, we're going to build on this movement, but you can always stay in this first layer or come back to this layer at any point. Really lifting the top of the head up to the ceiling. Seeing how much you can straighten and bend the arms. Final 3. And 2. And one, straighten the arms forward and hold it there. The arms are going to open out wide. You're going to keep them straight. Send them out as wide as you can. Then pull them back into the center. Bend the arms back into your sides. And again, straighten the arms, reach the straps forward and hold. Arms open, straps wide. Back into the center and bend the arms. Amazing. Keep going. This is layer 2. We're adding in that nice wide arm position. Really getting into the front of the shoulders and your chest muscles here. Again, you can always hold the shorter loops for more tension. You can always add on more springs or do the opposite. Hold the long loops, less tension, and lighten your springs here. Your choice. Last time. You reach the arms forward, straighten the arms, send them out wide. Bring them back into the center and bend the arms back in. Good. Just roll the shoulders back here. Have a little reset. We're then going to come into a similar position, but this time the arms are going to be bent. So you have like a W shape with the arms, as if you were starting a shoulder press, and just lean your weight forward slightly. So your spine is going to be in like a diagonal line. And then all we're going to do from here is reach the straps up as if they were reaching to the crease on the wall and the ceiling. And then bend the arms back into your sides. And again, reaching the straps up and bending them back down to the sides. Good. So it's a shoulder press-like movement here. We're leaning our weight slightly forward over the springs, keeping your chin lifted off your chest. We're here for 3. How straight can you send the arms? Last 2. Biceps next to your ears when the arms are straight. Last time, arms go straight and you hold them there nice and straight. Then can you circle them out wide down to the sides of the box? Circle them all the way back up and bend the arms back down. So shoulder press first, reach the straps up and hold. Then circle the arms down to the box. Circle the arms all the way back up to that lifted position. Then bend the arms back down. Good. Last 3 here. Reach. Circle. Lift up, circle. And bend. Final 2. Get those arms as straight as you can. Control that circle down. Control that lift up. And bend. One more time here. Keep leaning your weight forward slightly. Circling down. Circling all the way back up. Then bend the arms back down. Good. Have a little breather here. Again, just rolling the shoulders back. Let's pop those straps back on the hook. And then let's come and step off the machine, ready to do your lunges on the other side. So pop that box onto the floor, again next to the frame. Staying on this spring choice, or again change it to whatever you did for the lunges on the last leg. And then coming to step that inside foot against the shoulder blocks. Good. Hands either in the chest or on your hips. And we're going to start here with that lunge. As you bend the legs, carriage goes out slightly and rise back up to stand. And again, bend the legs, carriage out just a little bit, and then rise. This is your lunge here. Trying to tap that back knee down to the carriage before lifting back up. And if you have a reformer that's quite low to the floor, you might not need the box. You could probably do this actually just standing with that outer leg on the floor rather than the box. If your machine is higher, then standing on a box will help. Good, last two here. Lunge and lift. One more time, lunge and lift. Okay, good. The next time we come into that lunge, hold it there. Hinge forward over that front leg and push the carriage away until that back leg is straight. Bend that back leg back in, come to an upright standing spine, and then straighten the legs to lift all the way back up. And again, lunge first and hold. So bend into the legs, lean forward over that front leg, straighten the back leg to slide the carriage back. Bend the back leg, bringing the carriage in, and rise up to stand. This is layer 2. Coming here with this movement, with this layer, if it feels good for you. Staying with that lunge in layer 1, if you'd rather. Either way, we're building strength into the legs. Some heat through that box glute. Coming into layer 3 in 3 reps. So you're still flowing in layer 1 or layer 2, 2 more times. Last time, we lunge, lean forward, really hinge over that front leg, slide that carriage back, straighten the back leg, then bend the back leg, bring the carriage in, and rise up. Okay, come into that lunge again, hold. Hinge, lean forward over that front leg, slide the carriage back and hold it here. Keeping the chin lifted off your chest, keep looking forward, and then just bend that back leg, bringing the carriage in, and push it away. And again, bending the back leg and straightening the back leg. Good, you're keeping your weight on that front leg the whole time. There's a nice bend in that front leg. You're doing amazing. We have just 3 more. Straighten and bend. Last 2. Last time. Straighten the back leg, slide the carriage away, then bring the carriage in and hold it here in that lunge position. We bend more into the legs, lower yourself down towards the carriage and lift up just a centimetre. And again, bend, sink lower and lift. Good. Keep looking forward. Shoulders rolling back, chest nice and open as you're bending and lifting into that deep lunge. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Rise all the way up to stand. Bring both legs onto the box and just shake it out. Really good. Okay, let's come on to your machine. So come onto the carriage, facing towards the foot bar, knees down. Now this is why we have the foot bar slightly lowered for this exercise. Spring-wise, the lighter the spring, the more challenging for your abdominals. So if you are pregnant and you wanted a bit more support, then stay on 1 full spring. But if at any point it's too easy, then lighten the spring load and that will make it more challenging. Okay, hands are on the foot bar, shoulder distance apart. And we're going to come into a half plank position. So you're going to start with the hips back, then bring the hips forward towards the foot bar and hold it here. Good, feet are pushing against the shoulder blocks. And we're going to inhale to slide the carriage back. Staying in that half plank position. Exhale to bring the carriage back in. And again, inhale, the carriage goes back. Exhale to slide the carriage back in. Again, the lighter the spring choice, the more challenging this movement is for your abdominals. So if at any point it's easy and you want a little bit more, then go to a lighter spring. But again, we are going to be building on this with layers. So choose a layer that best serves your body today. Great stuff. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Last 3. And 2. Last time. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Just let the bum relax back to the heels for a second, pushing away from the foot bar. Let your head drop down to the springs. So you're just in a child's pose, just relieving any tension from the wrists, the shoulders. Taking some breaths here, letting that heart rate drop down. Okay, then slowly rise back up. Come back to that same position. So you're back in that half plank, hip bones dropping down towards your foot bar, pushing your hands into the foot bar, the arms are straight. We're going to add in a push-up. So can we inhale, bend the arms, keeping the carriage in, shoulders stacked over the wrists. Exhale, straighten the arms. Then inhale, push away from the foot bar, slide the carriage back. Exhale to pull back in. And again, inhale, bend the arms, lower yourself down, chest to the bar. Exhale, back up. Inhale, carriage floats back. Exhale, carriage comes in. We just added in a press up to that first layer. You can always stay with that first layer. If you don't want to do the press up, your choice. If you're adding in that press up, how tight can you keep the elbows to the sides? How low can you lower the chest down to the foot bar? Last 3. Last 2. Keeping those elbows tight in the body during that press up. One more time. Chest down, push up, carriage out, and carriage in. Good. Come back to that child pose, bum back to the heels, pushing away from the foot bar, relaxing your head down. Let those knees go out as wide as what feels good for you. Let your head fully release down to the springs. We're going to come into some holds. So bringing yourself back up, coming again back to that long stretch position. So hips down towards the foot bar, pushing your hands into that foot bar, sliding the carriage back and holding that position. So the carriage is back as far as what feels good for you. Challenging, you can feel your abdominals. And we hold for 3 and 2 and 1. Bringing that carriage in. Lowering down to that press up position, chest down to the foot bar for 3 and 2 and 1. Push back up, one more round of each of them. You can always stay in that child pose if you'd rather. We hold for 3 and 2 and 1. Bringing yourself back in, coming back to that press up position, chest down to the foot bar, elbows hugged in tight to your sides for 3 and 2 and 1. Push back up, straighten the arms, bum back towards the heels one more time. Again, you can have the knees quite close to the springs, the knees nice and wide to really allow everything to drop down with the hips nice and open. Great job. We're going to inhale here. As you exhale, really pushing your hands down into the foot bar, lifting your spine up, looking forwards with the chest nice and open. And slowly release it down. Head drops between your arms down to the springs. One more time. Slowly lifting up, lifting the chest, looking forwards. And then relax the hands back to your knees. And that is your full body reformer workout. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a like, comment, and a subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.